Hello there, Mad Mike here, and welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to talk about Disney live action remakes. Now, there's been a lot of information that's come out over the past couple of days over the casting for Little Mermaid. I believe it's Halle Bailey is the girl who is coming out to play Ariel in that remake. And there's been a big hubbub basically about that because she is black and Ariel is white and all that stuff, and we're race swapping and all that. Look, the thing is with these movies, they are cheap cash grabs. They're cheap, soulless, terrible cash grabs. The fact that these movies are even coming out is insane. Just because the Disney basically found a way to milk all their old franchises that they had survived off of for years. Now, the golden age of Disney animation was in the very late 80s all the way to the mid 90s, where you had films like Little Mermaid and Aladdin and Lion King. Those were like the trifecta at the time. And as we know, the Lion King, I don't even know if you wanted to call it a live action remake because it's basically just all CGI, but that's coming out on July 19th. Little Mermaid does not have a release date yet, as far as I know. But that is going to be in development as well. They also have stated in the past that they want to redo Hunchback of Notre Dame, Mulan, which is currently in pre-production, Lady and the Tramp, and they've already done films like Cinderella and Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast and you know Dumbo, and this is becoming worrisome because the thing is that these films take very little amount of what I would say writing effort to do, and that's really kind of the attraction, I guess, of a remake is you don't have to put as much effort into the creative processes of it because you're really just aping off of an older story. At least in terms of people that want to make bad remakes. But in terms of these films, the animated films were far superior in the sense that they took a lot of craftsmanship. A lot of them were inspired by actual stories. The Little Mermaid is an actual story that was written, and it's actually extremely different than the animated film. But you can look at stuff like that. The Lion King, I believe, is a retelling of Hamlet, but obviously changing the settings and everything like that. But it's based largely off of Hamlet, which makes sense a lot of the times when you watch the film. And really, they get these kind of little attractions like, oh, hey, look, it's Beauty and the Beast. Emma Watson's in it. Come see it. Oh, look, it's Aladdin. Will Smith is the genie, even though he looks creepy as hell. Stuff like that. Or James Earl Jones is coming back to voice Mufasa in Lion King or something, or it's being directed by Jon Favreau or something like that. They get these people to come in to kind of basically be a draw to the audience to come and see these films. And then the film is basically, even though they say, oh, it's so different, it's so incredibly different, for the most part, they're going to follow the same narrative. You're going to have different visuals. You'll probably have a different script in terms of the dialogue and stuff that's in there. But everybody wants to see the icon. Everybody wants to see the iconic stuff. If you go to see The Lion King, you're going to want to see. You're going to want to hear Akuna Matata. You're going to want to hear all those great songs. You're going to want to hear Circle of Life and stuff like that. All the stuff that was written for that film. I believe it was Elton John that did the music for it. And it's a cheap nostalgic cash grab. That's all it is. So I don't really like any of these movies. I think they're all garbage in terms of the idea. The fact that they even exist is stupid to me because the original films are perfectly fine on their own. You don't need to make these movies. The only reason why they're making them is because they know it is a cheap, easy cash grab. That's it. So for all the people that are complaining about, oh, they're race swapping Ariel and whatever, don't go see the movie. It's very easy. Don't go see the movie. Don't support these movies. I don't think they should be supported in general just because they are cheap remakes. They're cheap, shitty remakes that they just want the money for. So don't go see it. Don't go see any of these like live action remakes that are coming out in the near future. if you don't like those films, or if you value the originals, because Disney is going to keep doing this as long as they can get money out of it. Now look, if you enjoy these live action films and you want to go see it, be my guest. But as far as I am concerned, I don't feel the need to go watch these films. To be honest, I'm not even terribly attached to a lot of the originals, even though they came out in my childhood. But at the same time, I can tell that there was actual talent behind those films in terms of the way they were crafted and the way they were made and the meticulousness of it, as opposed to the new ones where, again, it's just aping off the original. So, that's kind of my stance on the whole thing. I don't really give that much of a shit about the race swapping. I think it's kind of dumb in general because it does draw up a lot of PR drama. But as far as I'm concerned, it's their movie. They can make it the way they want. If people don't like it, they're not going to see it, and the movie's going to bomb. So that's just me. The only thing I will say is at least they did get somebody who was a singer to star in the main role, because that kind of does make sense. There's a lot of musical numbers in The Little Mermaid. But now that we've kind of gone through that, I want to know what your opinions are. Do you like the Disney live action remakes? Do you want to see the future ones? Are you concerned at all about the casting for Little Mermaid, or any of the casting for that matter, for these films? And just put your thoughts in the comments. Like as usual, I like to read them. I like to know what you're thinking. Hit the bell for notifications. Hit the like button. Subscribe, and remember, I live my life free of compromise. Do you?